every world, anywhere in the world, every nation has once been in a collection of tribes. What happened is that the only way that tribalism can be eliminated is to take a further step in the evolutionary system. So what we are trying to do is now try to take the second step towards multi-political parties to step away from the clan-based system which we have today. You see. But today the stabilization we have, I built that, you know, on the clans, on the goodwill of the clan leaderships, of the elders, the moderate religious leaders, you know, the merchants, you know, who have contributed a great deal of resources, you know, to our nascent in the early 90s. In the early 90s, towards building this, you know, this nation, you know. So they are trying to move away from, but at the moment we are clan-based, and the elders are still, we have established a house, what we call the House of Elders, you know, for them, you know, they are part of the parliament, you know, they are one chamber of parliament, you know, it's composed of that. We intend to keep that. Even in the new process, you know, we will call it a Senate, not the House of Elders anymore, but we are going to keep it. It's going to belong, you know, to the more. It will eventually, you know, develop, you know, into what is the American Senate, you know. But at the moment, you know, it's going to be the clan representation, you know, the authority that would hold the nation together. It is through them, you know, that all the peacemaking efforts are done by by the House of Elders, you know, wherever there is little problem between clans, between tribes, you know, we send a delegation of them, you know, to go there, you know, and make peace, you know, and bring together, you know, the feuding tribes, you know, and they have done. I think, you know, my government has paid something like over 200 diya. You know what diya is? Diya is the blood money for any person who was killed, you know, usually it's 100 camels, you know, for a man. We must have paid, you know, in order to preserve the peace, you know, we must have paid over 200 diyas from one tribe to the other, you know, who have did that.
Although you talk about an alleviation of tribal politics, there has been criticism that the political system in Somaliland hasn't been able to deal effectively with ethnic tensions, and some of this criticism has actually been lodged against you and your appointment as president. There were issues around the Galhajis having a problem with you because of the clan that you come from, and in 1995 there was political violence in the main center Hargeisa involving a major clan, the Habur Yunus. How are you dealing with emergent clan tribal problems?
Well, we have, you know, that is, I think, it's a bad reported. You know, you're beginning with the wrong information. You know, the Galhajis, you know, is well politically opposed to me at that particular time because they thought that I was, you know, I was not serving their purpose. The man whom I was replacing, over whom I have been elected, you know, was also come from that tribe of the Galhajis, you know, and they were, you know, a collection of events. Or causes and reasons, you know, which have pictured the Galhajis against me at that particular time. And then eventually that has developed into a war here in Hargeisa, you know, and a war which continued for almost 18 months. But we handled properly, you know. My mother comes from the Galhajis, you know, so I'm half Galhajis, as you may call, you know. I've never really taken up any animosity against the Galhajis, you know. In the middle of the war, you know, whenever I make a speech somewhere, you know, I used to say, you know, well, the Galhajis is away, Somaliland is not healthy, you know, and eventually my initiative for peace, you know, my attitude towards the Galhajis, which was one of a loving son, has won the day, you know, and I have managed to bring them back into the fold, you know, and now today, you know, they will say that I am more disposed towards the Galhajis than to anybody, even from my own clan, the Habarawal, you know, they say that, you know, he favors the Galhajis much more than he favors us, which is perhaps is true, you know, because at least these are my people, you know, they cannot accuse me of being against them or being an enemy of them, you know, but to appease and make happy, those who are more removed away from me is much better. I think the better politics.
What about the fact that I know that your government has made a policy to have an all-inclusive clan representation, but there have been some people who've alleged that your government is dominated by the Habarawa, your clan.
Yeah, well, there is accusation of that, especially by certain elements of the opposition groups. But it is not true. The Habarawa clan, is, I think numerically, the biggest clan, They have got more ministers, two more ministers. We have, when you count me, I think they have got 4 members. 4 against, the Hajj has got also 4. But the BGs, and all that, are, they say, that it's not true really. And it was something which was deliberately done in order to favor the Habarawa.
Last year, a peace process initiated by the president of neighboring Djibouti led to the establishment of a strong government.